I'm sorry. I don't think you're meant to do this when you're hungry. Myself involved in the pyramid scheme in the first couple of months I was here. I was already in this hoodie. But I thought, why not I've never done one of these. I hope I'll be able to do it properly. Okay, I've never done one of these. Let's bring this closer to me. Okay. So I ordered food and I was like, let's try have a mukbang and a story time at the same time. And here we are. It's my first time ordering from this place. It smells good. I hope it's good. So I think we might have ordered from it, but I ordered a chipotle barbecue chicken burger with canned curly fries. So this is what it came in. And I have my own juice. I don't drink fizzy anymore. So this is eat. So today's story is about my pyramid scheme. How I got myself involved in the pyramid scheme in the first couple of months I was here. I was already in the pyramid scheme. Fast. So give me a second. This is it. This is the burger. And then these are the curly fries. Yeah, these are the curly fries. I don't know how people do this. Eat it and where's the knife? I think I'm not. Oh no. I'm gonna put sauce here. We're not using plates. Like, why? Why are we wasting plates? Anyway, to the story. Let's go. One more. Okay. So here goes the story. So I moved to London in 2022, and I was looking for a job to do. I graduated. Well, I was graduating in the July of that year, but I came here in April, and I wasn't sure. I already knew that I might not want to pursue accounting onwards, so I was into thinking, okay, this is my 2 months of this thinking outside the box and seeing what else I may like. So here I was. I came to England with the goal. At that time, I'd already started. I had a bookkeeping client. For those that don't know, I'm also a bookkeeper. I'm a business owner, actually. Just embrace it. I own Lwazie services. We offer bookkeeping services. I offer bookkeeping services. And also, we're starting to get into business development consulting. But okay, this is the burger. There's a lot of lettuce. I'm not complaining. Okay. Then, guys, I'm sorry. I don't think you're meant to do this when you're hungry. Okay. Let's focus. Let's get through your story. So then, now here we are. I came here in April, and I thought, I was going to graduate, and I also wanted a bit of money for my graduation and everything else. During the time I was going to go back to Zimbabwe to graduate. So I started looked at places like Indeed, everywhere. I looked for a job, and then I found one. I found one in advertising. The pay seemed doable. Yes, there was a part in commission, but I didn't mind. So then I went for my interview. I did well. We continued, and then they hired me. And it was far from where I stayed, probably an hour or so away, but I didn't mind It was part of it, and they had this whole idea of them. Yeah, your own boss. So if you don't come to work on a certain day, it's cool. Which was like, wow, okay, that's it. So at least if I'm tired, I don't have to go into work every day. You get there, they tell me, oh, the people there, the ladies that used to work there that work there. I don't know if they don't work there anymore. That work there. They were like, oh, we like your smile, definitely what we need in advertising. I'm like, oh, thank you. Little did I know. Let's take this burger. Okay. Did I mention I'm having apple juice? So, this is nice. 10 out of 10. So there we are. I still didn't know what I was doing. They told me that I'm advertising, but they never really shared more. But they're like, okay, we'll let you know on your when you start induction. So I come home, I'm like, oh, I got the job. We were happy. And then we went for the induction. Okay. Induction to be induction. Sorry, we're inductioning. Do the induction, and that's when they say, oh, we believe that as the world, we've lost the face-to-face advertising, and hence you guys are the face of advertising. I was like, okay, where are we going with this? I should have started running then. And they were like, also, we don't pay unless no one pays you. You're gonna register as self-employed, and then when you register as self-employed, you then do your own tax and all that. I was not worried about that. Remember, I'm an accountant by profession. I studied. I'm an accountant. So it's not a problem. I was not worried about the rest. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's doable. Then they're like, oh, we don't pay an amount. The sales you make on that day, that's your pay, but we take half. And we don't, like, if you work for 10 hours, no one is going to give you any amount of money. It doesn't make sense why you'd want to be paid an amount when you haven't made any money. In the business, that's not how it works. That was the problem. And the reason why I remember the story that I never shared it here was that yesterday I had someone knock from that particular company, and I was like, run! And anyway, back to the story. This is what I needed. This is what I needed. I'm gonna take such a good nap after this. Don't take naps after eat, not healthy. But I'm gonna take a nap. I've been working. Anyway, here we are. I've gone for my first day. I come home and I'm like, okay, makes sense. And they'll show you how to do like the probability. If you knock at like 50 doors, you probably get maybe 10 or something. But that's what they say the probability is when you actually, but then when you actually do it, it's not that. Anyway, we start my first day. I only went to work twice, I remember. I went for my induction, which was 2 or 3 days, and then no one paid any amount. And in England, you're paid for your induction because technically you're under the company. And yesterday I was actually realizing that this is such a sad moment because they're protected. You go out as you and as whatever you're advertising for. So that advertising company is not on anything. And they're saying because you're running your own business. So then you can't even be like, they were not paying minimum wage. Because you're self-employed, by the way. And my weird thing started being suspicious on my second day of induction. They were still hiring people. And guys, when they're hiring people, they're not hiring like 2-3 people. They were hiring in their 50s. They were hiring their 50s every day. And I'm like, there's no company that grows that quick. Why is it going so quick? Where is the problem? Where is thinking? And then remember the first day, there's this girl, she never came back for second day. And I just assumed maybe something's happened. But I don't forget the group I'm with. I don't really forget faces. I may forget names, but the faces stuck. And she had been like, this doesn't make sense. Yes, fair and fine, if you work at Tesco, you might be paid the minimum wage. But then within those 8 hours, Tesco will still pay you regardless. Even if they don't make money on that day, they still pay you because they understand time is money. And then they're like, no, it doesn't make sense. You're running your own business. If you have no sale, why are you being paid? Okay? And here's why they could have so many people in, because first of all, there's a really high turnover. And second, they don't really need much. They're getting half of the work you're doing out there. And they're paying their staff there. I remember one of the admin people, the two ladies, one of them kept saying, oh, I started this way. But then I was like, but then why? By myself, I was like, why then are you now employed at a desk job if this one makes more money? But I was like, no, Nyasha, what do I know? It's my first time in England, first time working in England. Humble yourself. Things are different on this side of the world. No, they're not. They're not. I got home, and the thing about me is I'm quite honest and open with my family. So I spoke to my mom and I explained the whole process. And my problem was I hadn't calculated by myself. No, mom, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up, but it's okay. And I was adamant. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Allow me to do it. I go second day. I go on my first day out, though. First of all, you don't like where it was located. For those that know, this advertising company that I was at is in Slough. It's in Slough. I don't even stay in Slough. I stay in London. And the people, they've come into London also, of course, because this is a big thing. But you'd have to go to the office in Slough, and then during the day, first you'd have this appraisal thing that people do. Those would have who've made the highest sale. They're sort of praised. Now when I think about it, I'm like, oh, that was for us to be like, oh, I can't wait. I wish it's me tomorrow. So I'm going out there to work even more so that you're just praised, because we all get into a circle and it's a lot of us, and you'd be like, oh yeah, well done, you, well done. You're almost on level 2, level 3, there are levels to it. And then things started seeming off. And I'm like, yo, for such a company with so many spots, there are no offices, which is fine, doesn't matter. We don't really need an office. Right where I'm eating is my office at the moment. But then, why is it only kids that have recently graduated, or are in uni? Why? Because that's where we're being tricked. Anyway, we continued. First day we're going outside. Guys, I'm not used to eating and talking like this, but it's fine. We went, and oh yes, you had to pay for your transport to get to the place where you're going to look for money, going to look for clients. So you had to knock. The job was to knock at every door and offer them I don't know if I should say this, because like, to offer them a certain, okay, let's say it's it's milk, it's fine. To offer them to apply to get onto the certain particular app, and if they sign up on the app, the advertising company gets a certain amount, and then they give you half. That's what they said, half. You never know, it could have been a quarter. So you also needed to pay for your fuel, because as a business you're meant to incur the cost yourself, not them, because they're just giving you the opportunity to work. So my first day, and to make sure I had money to go to, I went to Maidenhead, which is nowhere close to Slough. We went to Maidenhead and we knocked at doors, and that's when it became real. My heart aches when I tell the story, because it was difficult. I don't know how many doors I knocked at. In my lifetime, I'm done knocking at doors. I don't like knocking at doors. Even now, I don't want to knock at doors, because this is ridiculous what was happening. My thing is, people do knock at doors from different companies, but I've been scarred, so I can't knock at doors anymore. So you had your little paper, and then you take if the person spoke to you, how many are you getting, and then they kept saying the more doors you knock at, the closer you are to a yes. My first day, I got one. I knocked at almost 200 doors. So that meant on my first day, I earned £11. I worked for almost 9 hours, and I got £11. I got home eventually. My back sore, my feet killing me. I'm thinking, what? I've never seen such in my life. Hot chicks. Hot chick. I read on my Uber Eats that it's rated something based off what. Look at the logo. Look for it. So banana. Yo, so I come home, I sleep, and I had to go the following day. That day, I now had my own probability thing I would work with. Because the people that you do knock at, some of them will tell you that no, we're with a different company. Oh no, you can just go to the shops. Oh no, we don't drink milk. We currently, in my household, we don't actually drink like milk. It's lactose free. If I explain what that means, I don't know. But you see, so then that's not what these people were offering. They're delivering your typical milk. And how many doors would I need to knock at to at least pay for my train bill? About 3,000. I went back and I asked another person that also used to come from London. No, I lied. They didn't come back. They were also their first day. They didn't come back. We got rained on that day. But the business does not stop. And I think that's the reason I got that one sale. Because this one lady, this one granny, I opened up and she was like, oh my gosh, it's raining. It was pouring. Now this is me. Recently new in England. I'm thinking I'm living the England dream. That was not it. People work here. Honestly speaking, people work very hard. But that, I feel, is not fair what they're doing out there. The second day I went, but on my way here, remember I said it takes almost an hour. I decided to calculate. I decided to think of, let's go, we're going to Gifford or something, somewhere else. Different scenarios. If we made, how I would possibly make even £100 a day. The maths, I had to be knocking at 1 million doors. It was sad. Because you know when you think you've finally gotten a job and things are going to be different, and you realize you're just being played. And they promise you, oh, we're going to go to, certain people will be chosen every year to go to trips abroad and stuff. And it's like, so when I got there, I knew. I definitely knew I was not coming back. But the thing about me is I've started this journey. I'm going to finish that one day. And my mom had already said, no, don't go back. You don't need to. You can send them a message. What. I walked that day. I thought I walked that day when it was raining. No. Because we started late. I walked. I got home at 11 in the evening. Because the people I was with, they were on level 2. So they have some target. And this guy was saying he works almost 7 days so that he can at least have some stable income. All these emotions were brought back because of that guy. I stopped him for a while to try and make him understand that this makes no sense. And I'm like, I hope he understood. I hope he heard. Because that is not fair. to make people work so hard while the top people are getting money for doing exactly what you're saying these people shouldn't do. In my business, I earn all the money. There's no one taking half the cut without my approval. But with them, half of the time they're not in the place, but they still get a big cut. How? Because the policy is if you haven't worked proper on the field, you don't deserve the money. Anyway, so now I know how to, especially this particular advertising company, I know how to spot it anyway, because they use the exact same words. And so that's how I joined my pyramid scheme. And yeah, it's sad thinking about it. I'm like, you don't understand this. I do like to work out, I do like to do certain things and walk, I don't mind. But that walking was ridiculous. And how, I wonder what happens during winter and all that. So, if it smells like a pyramid scheme, looks like a pyramid scheme, it probably is. Run. Because even the way I resigned, I sent a message. I sent a WhatsApp message. Not even iMessage, not even email. Because I didn't have an email of anyone. I sent an email. I sent a WhatsApp message. My mom worded it for me proper because that was the only communication I had with that company through that guy. He wasn't even the boss. Their bosses, you can't really have their things, their emails, or message, phone numbers. He didn't even answer with me the way you'd properly answer. He was like, sure, bye. I didn't care. I resigned from another company last year. And you know, the follow-up was great. It was really good. Of course, I didn't want to go back, but it was good. It was a proper company. They even said, why should we, is there anything that we can do? Oh, it's okay, fine. Whatever's happening, we wish you all the best. Nothing. He was like, sure, bye. Beware. Not everyone is nice. That's number one lesson I learned after university. In the field, because I thought maybe in the field people are nicer. No, they ain't. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching how I got into a pyramid scheme. And I like the fact that we're comfortable wearing our pajamas. And I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not gonna finish this, but I'm gonna sit down and eat. I'm gonna finish this food. It's good. So if you're in London, please do try out hot chick. Absolutely amazing. Don't worry about the prices.